Alright, good day ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome here today to this video tutorial. This was brought to you by Dewpoint Graphics and sponsored by Dewpoint Graphic Academy. Today in this video tutorial we are going to be designing this amazing promo flyer, right? So without wasting much time, let's start from scratch. But please, if this is your first time coming across this our channel, please kindly do well to click on the subscribe button and then also turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop such amazing videos, right? So without wasting much time, let's start from scratch. But then if you need the resource I used for this particular flyer, check in the description below. There's a link that's going to lead you to our Telegram channel where we often drop designing resources which you can always use to create your designs, right? So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing is to be taking off the text. So you come to the text editor, then you click on the delete button to take it off. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is our background editing, right? So the color we are going to be using for the background is blue. So you come to the background layer, then you select color, right? So you scroll through the colors, you see a blue color, right? You see a blue color, then you use it. Just scroll through, right? Now if you see that your blue color is not as deep as mine, as you can see, maybe this color is not deep, or the other blue color self is not deep. So what you need to do is that just click on the plus sign you are seeing down here, right? So click on this plus sign, and then you see this middle one here, this middle ball. So you hold the ball, then you drag it inward, right? So you drag it inward. Alright, so when you drag it inside, you'll be having a dark green color. You see that this place is for darkness, right? This is for light, and this is for transparency. So it's just the middle ball that you're going to move inside a bit, right? So when you move it inside, you'll be having a you'll be having a dark green color, right? So you click on OK. You see that? So when you click on OK, you're going to be having a dark green color. So that is it for how we achieved that dark green color. You just click on the plus sign, then you move it inside. So that is it for that. Now let's continue. Now the next thing we are going to be doing is to working on the background, right? So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to add a circle. So you come to the shape editor or the character editor, then you click on shapes, right? So when you click on shapes, now you click on this box one with the arrow. Now you select a circle, then you click on the tick mark. Now this circle, we are going to increase the size of the circle a bit, right? Now after that, you scroll through the editing features. You see what we call opacity here. You see opacity here, right? So you go to opacity, then you reduce the opacity, right? Reduce the opacity, let's say to something like 40. It's okay, right? So you reduce the opacity to 40. And when you are done, you add another circle, right? So but then you can just click on the other circle, then click on the copying button. You get that? So it will be copied, then you bring it, then you reduce the size, right? Reduce the size, then you place it inside the other one. But then with that one, the opacity, so you come to opacity for that one. We are going to increase the opacity to, maybe let's make it 60, right? So you increase this one, the opacity, to 60, right? So when you are done, you can just click on the layer panel and lock them so that you not get you not be distracted as you are designing. So you lock them up. Now that is it for the first step, right? So that is it for the first step, right? So the next thing we're going to be doing here is let's add the text. So you click on the text here, right? So then you click on the plus sign here, right? So when you click on the plus sign, you bring it here. We are going to add the name of the brand or the something like the name of the business, right? So I'm going to edit the text, then I write Dew Point Phones, but then you can also use your own name or anything at all, right? Dew Point. So I'm just going to edit this to Dew Point. So the first one I'm going to write is Dew Point, right? So write Dew Point, then you come to font. So we are going to give it a font. So you scroll through to the fonts area, then you select a font for it. So the font we are going to be using here is Nevis, right? So you scroll down, you see a font called Nevis. You see it here. So you just click on Nevis. That's what we are going to be using for the name. So with this one, let's give it a color of yellow. Let's give it a color of yellow. So we are going to head on to yellow. So we give it a yellow color. Then after that, so that is it for Dew Point. So we are going to add another text. Then we write phones, or you can just say smartphones, right? Smartphones, right? Or just write phones, right? Or smartwatches. Let me just change it to smartwatches. So you can leave it at phones or anything at all. After that, you change the font to the same font, right? We are going to use the same Nevis font, the one we use for the heading, right? So you click on Nevis. So you click on plus. Okay. So you see it here. Smart watches. But then you can let's make it capital, right? Capital letters. This way. Smart watches. So when you are done, so when we are done, we want to add a particular line here. So just come to the shapes or the character editor. Then you click on shapes here. You see it. Now you're going to get a square. So we are going to first reduce the width of the shape. Then we bring it here. So you just use this. I'm using these edges, right, to reduce the width. So you come and reduce here too. Then after that, you hold this section, right? You hold this section, then you increase it. You move it to the to get in touch with the other one, right? We just want to create a line, so you are going to move it up. So you click on the plus sign, the tick mark. So you see what we just achieved. That's how we achieved that particular line, right? Yeah. So when you are done, now the next thing we are going to be doing is to import the next thing we are going to be doing is to import the watch, right? Yeah. So you just click on import. Then we are going to add the watch. Now if you want access to this particular resource I'm using, just check in the description below. There's a link that will lead you to our Telegram channel, right? So you click on it, then you click on the plus, the tick mark, then it will come this way. So you reduce the size, right? Make sure you reduce the size, right? So you are going to leave it this way. It's not bad, so you leave it this way. So after you are done, you click on the layer panel, then you lock them up so that you don't get distracted as you're designing, right? Now the next thing we want to do here is to make this watch look as if it is floating, right? And so we are going to learn how to create floating effect here. So you click on shapes, right? So when you click on shapes, you click on this arrow to get a circle, right? Now when you get the circle, this is what to do. So scroll down, you see opacity. So we are going to reduce the opacity way to 0, right? So we move it to 0. Then we'll come to stroke. So you're going to increase the stroke all the way to 40. So you're going to increase the stroke all the way to 40, right? So after you are done, now this is what you are going to do. Hold this part of the stroke, right? And then you move, you close the circle, right? We are going to close the circle. So you move it till the circle is closed, right? You can see there was a circle in between, right? So after you are done, the blur radius, you move it to 25. You move the blur radius all the way to 25. Are you okay? Just follow what I'm doing carefully, you will get it. All the way to 25. Then you click on the tick mark. Now you see this is the black shadow effect I'm talking about. You see that? So that is it. So you can just hold this section. You see this portion, so you hold there and then you drag it up a bit like this. You see that? So you see that the shape will look as if it is floating. You see this shadow effect or something like that is casted on the circle, right? So the watch will seem as if it will be as if it is floating, right? So that is it for that particular one. That is how to achieve it, right? Just watch the video tutorial carefully, you'll be able to achieve this same thing I did here, right? Now after that we are going to be adding the discounted price, 40% discount or something like that. So you come to shapes here again, right? Then you click on this here to select a circle, right? Now when you select a circle, you bring it here, so you reduce the size, place it at this particular end, right? Place it at this particular end. Then you click on the tick mark. Then you come to opacity again, reduce the opacity, right? Let's reduce it to maybe 65. You reduce the opacity to 65. Then you click on the shape again. Then you copy the shape, right? You copy the shape and then you bring it to that same position, but then reduce the size, right? Reduce the size of the shape so that you place it in the middle of the second shape, right? So that is it. But then if you want to, you can go to the opacity and then you increase that one opacity to 100, right? So you're going to increase the opacity to 100 and then you still leave it at that same spot. So this is what we are having here. The next thing we are going to do is to add 40% discount, right? So you click on the letter editor, you click on the plus sign, then you bring it here. So we're going to change the color to 40%. So you write 40%. Now the color for this, let's use either green or you can use red color, right? Green or red color, or use the same color of the watch, the wrist watch, right? Which one is going to blend well? I think let's use that of the wrist watch. This is how we are going to achieve that. So you come to color. Now we want to get the same color of this wristwatch to be the color of the text, right? So what we are going to do is that we are going to click on this particular plus sign here. You see the plus sign, click on the plus sign. Now you see this color picker here. This icon is a color picker. We want to tick the color, right? So you click on that particular icon, then you locate the watch. You see, you look at the top, you see the various resources we are using. So you locate the watch, right? So when you locate the watch, you use your hand to tap on the distance, the watch, the color, I mean the color which you want to select. So we are going to move it to this area, right? And then you click on the tick mark here. You see top there, you click on the tick mark, right? Then you click on OK. Then you click on OK. You see that the color of the text will be as that of the watch, right? So we are going to give it a font. So you come to font. Then the font we are going to give it is the same Navis font. Navis So you click on OK. So 40% discount. So then we are going to write discount. So you click on the plus sign, bring it down here, then you edit it and you write discount. Then you click on OK. Now we are going to choose the same color we gave the 40%. You see, so after you are done picking the color will become part of your colors, right? It will become part of your color. So you're just going to click on that one, then you click on the tick mark, then you come to fonts. Now let's look for a font for this. Let's use Alex Brush Regular. This particular color, this particular font, Alex Brush Regular. So that's what we are going to be using for the discount. This way, discounts. Let me add this exclamations, right? %40 discount. So that is it for that section 2. Now the next thing is to be adding the call to action button, which is order now. So you come and click on the plus sign here, then you bring the text here down here. You can see where I place it. Then you can change it, then you write order now. Order now. Order now. You get it? So now with this order now, what we'll do is that you come to shapes, font, then you give it a font. Let's give it the same Navy's font, right? Now after you are done giving it the font, now look at what you do. You scroll through the features. You see what we call background here. Background. So you click on background and then you enable the background this way, right? So when you enable the background, you come down, scroll down, you see left pattern. So you increase the left pattern, right? Increase it to maybe 40. Then the right pattern you can increase it to 40 as well. Then you scroll down all the way down, you see what we call radius, right? You increase the radius, this section. So you increase the radius to 10, right? Then you come here, let's choose the color for the background. So you are going to choose the same color as that of the watch, right? You see the color here, right? So that's what we are going to choose. So you are going to reduce the size a bit like this. So you place it down here. You see that? The order now. I hope we've gotten this aspect too, right? So let's move on. So we are going to add a text. So you click on the plus sign. You are going to add WhatsApp or call. So you're going to write call or WhatsApp, right? So we want to put the number here. So this one is coming here. So let's give this one a yellow color, right? We give it a yellow color. Then we are going to move to fonts. Let's give it the same Navy's font, right? The same Navy's font. Same Navy's font here. So we place it here. Then we are going to add the number. So you are just going to click on the plus sign, bring this one here, the text. So you edit the text, then you put your number, right? So you can add your country code 02 +234 if you are a Nigerian. If you are a Ghanaian, +33 +233. If you are a Ghanaian, +233. So you add 05 36 89 30 79. So that is it for that. So I'm just going to give some spaces in between this, right? So you are going to input your number there. So after that, you just click on the fonts here. So you're going to give it a font of Arial. This is the font here, Arial. So let's use Arial this time around for the font, right? So that is it. Basically, we are done with everything. Now the last thing is to grab yours now. So we are just going to click on this discount here, right? Click on the discount and click on the copy button here. Click on the copy button, bring it at this section, then you edit it and you write order, grab yours, you see it. So you write grab yours, then we are going to give it a color of either white or yellow. So you give it color, I think this place giving it yellow will be okay. Grab yours now, so you can just put the now below the grab yours here now with this exclamation marks, right? So grab yours now, so place it down here. Down to, you can give it the same Nevis font. So you come to font, then you give it Nevis, right? Nevis font, then click on OK. Now when you are done this way, I think we are done with everything. The only thing, I added some effects at the top there. So you click on the plus sign here, right? So when you click on the plus sign, you edit it. Then this is what you are going to do. You see, you are going to add dots, add dots this way, right? Just add them this way. Now when you are done, maybe 3 is okay, right? Let's make it 3. Then you click on OK. Now we are going to place it at the top here, right? So you place it up here. You can also copy it. I think we added some down here, so you copy it, bring it down here, right? So this section, you can change this color to yellow if you want to, right? You change it to yellow. So that is how we achieve that effect too. Now the next thing is to add some arrows to regulate the viewer's eyes, right? So you come to the character editor, then you import it. Alright, so here's it. So just like I said, all this will be available in the description below. Just check within the description, you're going to see it. So now this is the arrow, right? So this is how it's going to appear. So if you want to rotate it, this is where you can use, right? Use that handle to use that angle to rotate it, right? So we are going to reduce the size a bit, right? This way. Let's change the color to white, right? I'm going to change the color to white. So you scroll to color, then you enable the color, then you choose a white color, right? Now when you are done this way, you see there was another one at that end. So what you need to do is just click on the copy button, right? Click on the copy button, bring it this right, then click on the crop, right? Click on the crop button, then you click on this one here. You see it will flip it, right? So just click on it this way. You see that? So you now rotate it and then you place it this way. You see that? So that is how it was done, right? This is as easy as that, right? So just take your time and watch the video tutorial carefully, and then you'll be able to do just as I have done, right? So when you are done designing, as always, you click on this and then you save your design as an image and then as a project. So that is it for this particular video tutorial. Please kindly do well to click on the subscribe button and then also turn on your notification bell to be notified whenever we drop such amazing videos. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.